Hey everyone, welcome to Curtin Call. I'm Kevin Curtin. I'm here today in Long Island, New York, backstage at the Paramount with none other than Sal the Voice Valentinetti.
How you doing, everybody?
So, I'll tell you, it's a real treat to be here. I'm really excited for this conversation. So, let's get right into it. First things first, America's Got Talent obviously was a huge success. It's been an incredible year for you since. You're now, touring the country. You got a new EP out. You've been viewed more than 90 million times on YouTube.
Yeah.
What does all this success mean to you?
To me, it just means that now there's an audience. Now, it's not just about doing what you love to do. There's a reciprocation to it.
Yeah.
It feels real now.
Yeah.
This life never seemed practical or imaginable for me, and because I didn't think that there was an audience or there were people that really wanted to hear this, and now I know. This is my 4th sold-out show at the Paramount.
Sure, incredible.
Now I know there's an audience, and now I'm just so comfortable with it. And now the music is just so much better because we're so much more relaxed, and there's nothing to worry about now. It's really incredible. I feel fulfilled.
God bless you. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We all know that, Frank Sinatra's been a big influence on your sound and style. Who else inspires you musically, old school and new?
Musically, Bobby Darin,
Yeah.
Mel Torme, excellent resonance. Ella Fitzgerald, one of the
Sure.
most incredible jazz vocalists out there. Honestly, one of the most incredible that ever lived.
Yeah.
Rosemary Clooney. I mean, I listen to everybody.
Yeah.
From them to Harry Connick Jr. and Michael Bublé and Brian Setzer.
Sure.
Katie Lang. Everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga has an amazing jazz range.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I take my inspiration from everywhere musically, and then just as far as the show goes, because it's not just about the music. My show's 90 minutes of music, but it runs 2.5 hours long.
Wow.
Because we're having a good time up there. We're telling stories, we're telling jokes, and that comes from not only Frank Sinatra being the consummate entertainer,
Absolutely.
but guys like Henny Youngman and Rodney Dangerfield,
Sure.
and Jackie Gleason, obviously.
Sure.
It comes from a wide variety. It comes from the era.
Yeah.
And that was the era of the consummate entertainer. That was the era of the all-rounder.
Yeah.
And I don't think you get that these days with a lot of modern performers.
No, you're right. That's why we're glad that you're here representing and doing that, for the new school.
Of course.
Somebody's got to, pass the torch and do it, and we're happy to have you doing that. So you have a new EP out. If you don't know that Sal has an EP out, he has an EP out.
The Voice.
Where can everyone get it?
You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it at salthevoiceny.com. Okay, I believe there's a website called CD Baby that you can also get it from. Or you can come to a show, okay? You get it live, and I'll sign it for you. It's
Even
a beautiful
better.
thing.
That's beautiful. I've heard it. It's incredible. It sounds fantastic. If you don't have it, please go pick it up. Support this guy. What was it like recording this EP, and how did you choose the songs that you chose?
Each song kind of had a special meaning to me. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You.
Great song.
It's the last song on the album.
Yeah.
And what it means to me is, hey, this is the moment when I performed when Jersey Boys came and performed with me on America's Got Talent. That was a defining moment in my life as far as knowing what this is and what it's turning into and how serious this was.
Sure.
I didn't really take it too seriously at first. I was so amazed and starstruck and just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed for this whole experience. John Dornbos, who was on the show, he did a bunch of card tricks. Very great magician.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a long snapper for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Amazing guy. Comes up to me and he says after the last show I did Mac the Knife.
Yeah.
I'm coming off and I'm going to be surprised by whoever the surprise guest was who's going to be singing with me on the finale. So he grabs me before I go down there, and he goes, "I'm going to tell you this because I don't want you to freak out, but the cast of Jersey Boys is here." And anybody who grew up, near New York City, has only been there to see two
Oh, yeah.
shows, and that's either Lion King or Jersey
Absolutely.
Boys.
Yeah.
So I seen Jersey Boys 4 times. I started freaking out. And he goes, I want you to remember something.
Yeah.
You're not performing with Jersey Boys tonight. They flew from New York to perform with you. Not because you're a pizza delivery boy who
Right.
could make people laugh and hit on Heidi Klum, but because you're Sal the Voice now and this is your brand.
Yeah.
And, you know, recording that song and with all that emotion behind it is what left it the way it was, a little faster paced than people are used to. And, you know, we took some liberties and I was able to get a little creative with it and really flex my musical muscle. Another big part about the album is the band.
Sure.
I mean, Black Tie Brass is the band that plays with me at all these venues, all my shows.
They're great. They're phenomenal.
And they're on the album. I put them on the album. I said, you kids, this is our time. You guys have helped me get to this point.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have made me the funds to fund my own album. I funded my own album. I'm not with a label or anything. It's completely independent.
Yeah.
And I wanted them there, and it really paid off in spades. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. It was so much fun recording it.
Yeah.
So interesting to actually see a studio.
Oh, yeah.
And you know,
It's a completely different experience from playing live.
I had to go in before my vocal tracks and conduct my band.
Really?
Because of the way I wanted it done. I was like, I want it.
So you were very
like
hands-on
this.
with it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I
That's
am,
great.
and because of guys like my musical director Ryan McNulty, who involve me and keep me on top of it, is how I could kind of dictate how the whole thing goes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, you know, we were just talking before, actually, Ryan and I, and he's telling me that a Christmas album is in the works.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
We'll have a Christmas album out this fall. It'll be a full album, not just an EP.
Great.
We're looking 12, 13 tracks, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun because I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love being home with my family.
Absolutely.
I love everybody coming over and having a good time and getting to relax no matter how crazy the year has been. And it's a wonderful season. It's my favorite time of year, so I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of different things, a lot of interesting things, and I think everybody's gonna dig it. I'm excited
Sounds
about
good.
it.
Well, we'll definitely be sure to pick that up when it comes out.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. I think a lot of people might wonder, you know, you do a lot of covers. Is Sal ever going to write his own stuff? You know,
So we have an original song coming out on the Christmas
beautiful.
album.
Awesome.
Boom.
Boom. The answer, question answer. Great. Fantastic. So you've been around a lot of great people, a lot of great entertainers. I actually heard a story recently where you opened up for Jay Leno.
Yes. Great guy.
Incredible. And he personally wanted you to open up for him, right?
Yeah.
In Vegas, right?
Well, I became friends with this fella John McEntee,
yeah.
and you know, great guy. He calls me one day. He goes, "Are you home? Are you sitting down?" I said, "No, I'm driving." He goes, "Pull over."
Yeah.
I pull over. He goes, "I was on a flight from Anaheim to Vegas with Jay Leno on his private plane to perform at the Mirage in Las Vegas. He's got a residency there."
Yeah.
And I showed him your video, and he said, "I love that kid."
Jeez. Unbelievable.
And I was like, "What? Really?" And he goes, "Well, if you don't believe it, you're going to be opening for him on the Mirage at the Mirage in November. You can ask him yourself." And he sat with me and Big Tommy for 45 minutes talking.
Get out of here. Wow.
Really dynamite
Great guy. Yeah.
Dynamite guy. And I
Good
remember,
experience, good show.
Great experience. And at the end of the show, we're all waiting outside. He comes out. Before he leaves, he goes, "Just promise me one thing. That one day you'll let me open up for you."
Wow.
And I was like, wow.
Jeez. So, getting back to that real quick, I was going to say, what's the nicest compliment you've received from an entertainer so far that really, holds close to your heart?
I mean,
is there one specific, or you have a couple?
Regis Philbin getting angry that he had to perform with Don Rickles on the date of my Westbury show.
Wow.
So I sang for Regis out in L.A.
Yeah.
For some show for his birthday. It was his birthday.
Sure.
And I'm out there and I sing for him and he comes up to me and goes, "Hey kid, I want to follow you wherever you go. I want to come see you. We're going to be playing in New York." I said, "March 3rd, I'll be at Westbury." He goes, "Oh, that's fantastic."
Yeah.
He goes to his wife, "Joey, what are we doing?" And she goes, "You're opening up for Rickles." And she goes, "Damn it, I'm with Rickles in Florida." And he was like incensed by it. I'm like, "Take it down. You'll come see me.
Yeah.
You'll get around."
Yeah.
So we want to invite him down to BB King's in September.
Nice.
But just cool stuff like that, moments like that.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons told me I had a finely coiffed beard on Saturday.
Okay.
That was interesting.
There you go.
That's a unique one.
Yeah.
And I said, that hair is something else on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's like a helmet.
Yeah.
It just stays there.
So I gotta ask you, what's the most challenging aspect of this business for you?
Oh God, staying humble.
Staying humble.
I mean, not necessarily for me. Keeping on top of things.
Keeping on top.
Running your own business. See, I took some great advice. Well, not really advice. I was with Stevie Van Zandt.
Oh yeah.
From the Bruce Springsteen band.
Yep. From the E Street Band. Yeah.
From the E Street Band, right?
Yeah. Great guy, by the way.
Great guy.
Was also on The Sopranos, if you don't remember.
Yes. And he has a new show called Lilyhammer. It's like
great.
witness protection program. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll plug all for Stevie.
Yeah.
We're at CBS Radio.
Yeah.
In Manhattan last Monday for Scott Shannon's birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're talking about nicknames, right? Because they call me The Voice.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm a singer and that's what the Goombas call me.
Sure.
So I go, why do they call Bruce Springsteen the boss? And he goes, Bruce didn't like the way things were going. He didn't like the way things were being run. There were people taking advantage and everything, and things kind of going to the wayside, and his money was being mishandled. And finally, one day, he said, everybody stop, I'm the boss. And he took over, and he started running his own business, because this is a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that was very inspirational for me. Because I've been in a position where, you lose out because because certain things are mismanaged or misrun.
Sure.
You really got to stay on top of things.
You got to have a good team.
You got to have.
It sounds like you got a good team behind you.
You got to have a good, because your team is only as strong as you are.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
as you show them. You really got to lead and guide. So I'm working on that now.
Yeah. So what are you most proud of to date so far?
Oh boy, I'm most proud that I pay my own rent. I'm most proud that I could have my cousins and my friends work for me and with me.
Yep.
And get to share this experience with them. I'm proud that I got my first new car. I went right to Cadillac and I said I want that one.
Gotta love
that white one right there. I'm proud that I'm making my parents proud.
Yeah.
That's very important to me. For an 18-year-old, to decide what they want to do for the rest of their life is a tall order.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think that this world allows the opportunity for kids, around my age to really have time to sit down and figure that out. And I did not have that figured out. I was at St. John's for 3 years. I love St. John's, a great school. I just didn't feel like I had a place there. I didn't feel like I belonged in school. I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't for me. And I thought, am I going into the wrong field? I don't know. And I really don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Sure.
Because after 2 decades on Earth, they want you to decide what you want to do till you die.
True.
And that's a tall order.
It is.
I'm most proud of the moment when Heidi Klum hit the golden buzzer, right before it. If you watch that video back, right before the end of the song, the crowd jumps up. It was in
standing ovation.
Well, before the judges got up.
Yeah.
It was in that moment that I knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I remember getting so emotional and breaking down and with just overwhelmed and overjoyed when Heidi hit the golden buzzer, and I came out after, and I'm sitting there with the 2 Tommies, Big Time Tommy and Tommy Trance, and I go to them, I go, guys, I don't know what this is, I feel something, I feel like I did something, I don't know what I did. And Tommy goes, like, you're proud of yourself? I said, yeah. For the first time in my life, I was truly proud of myself. So I guess what I'm most truly proud of, on top of all of those things that I listed before, I'm most truly proud that I found my path in life.
Yeah.
And so young, I'm blessed and lucky to have found it.
Absolutely.
So I'm most proud that I'm exactly where I want to be at in life.
Yeah, and we're all proud of you too.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the great work. Really.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, if you could collaborate with a few musicians, dead or alive, who would you pick? Maybe a few.
Oh boy, Lady Ella.
Yeah.
Has to be Lady Ella. Oh, goodness.
Maybe Frank. Maybe Dean.
Maybe Frank. Maybe
Maybe-
Dean.
Maybe Sammy.
Bobby Darin.
Bobby. Yep.
Seth MacFarlane.
Okay.
I would love to do a show with Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I would love to do a late night variety show with Seth MacFarlane.
Seth, if you're out there,
Yeah, I know
Let's
you're
get it
never
going.
gonna. I know this is never gonna come across your busy life.
oh,
But
it'll come across.
If it ever
It'll
does,
come.
if it ever does, I would die. I would do it for free, for a year.
Yeah.
I would do it for free for a year. For a
There you
season.
go.
And if it was a hit, then we'd negotiate. I'd do it for free for a whole season.
So there you have it. So Seth, if you're out there, give him a call. Now you donate a lot to charity for your shows and a lot of other things, which is fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of people that do it, but there's a lot of people that don't do it. Who instilled that quality in you?
My parents.
Your parents.
My parents, took me to church and everything, and,
Yeah.
and taught me that, we're not deserving of anything.
Yeah.
That what happens in life is a product of hard work and being blessed, and I feel blessed. I feel so
Absolutely.
lucky in a year. I've gone from driving a 17-year-old beat-ass caddy to a brand new car, and I performed at venues all over the world: London, Paris, Jamaica. Not Jamaica Queens, Jamaica the island.
Right.
Yeah. This is my 4th time at this venue, playing to a sold-out crowd of people from my hometown.
Unbelievable.
I feel as
You're
if,
blessed.
I
Truly
feel as if
blessed.
the world has given me so much, I would be an animal not to give back.
Yeah.
And seeing kids who are not going to have the same opportunities that I've had, who are not going to, that are going to live much more difficult lives and have so many more challenges.
Yeah.
And you see these kids, and they're the happiest kids in the world.
Yeah.
And they teach you so much about making the most of your situation, making the most out of life itself, which is so important, especially this.
Yeah.
This is my time to make the most of this. And there's a lot of curveballs. There's a lot of things that bring you down. And those kids are such an inspiration to me at Shriners Hospital for Children.
Yeah.
So we partner with Shriners Hospital for Children.
Yeah.
And whenever I do a meet and greet, I'm probably the first person to do this, but I didn't like to charge for meet and greets. I thought it was stupid. If people are paying to come see you, they're buying a T-shirt, they're buying a CD, they went out to dinner, they bought drinks, they got hit over the head with parking,
Yeah. Sure.
What kind of animal would I be if I charge them to come up and take a picture and say how much they love me? That's ridiculous.
I'll tell you, it's a great quality, but there's so many people that aren't doing that these days. That
Right,
I think a lot of people would wish
And
that they did do
sometimes
that.
they charge twice the ticket price.
It's incredible.
For the
I
meet
know.
and greet. Are you out of your mind?
I know.
These people,
I agree.
these people are going to be the people who are supporting you for the rest of your career.
I completely agree.
What? You should be honored to meet them.
Yeah.
You should be happy to
They're
say
paying your
hello and
bills.
take
They're
a
putting you
picture.
in, Exactly,
I told, we
absolutely.
did Westbury's, 3,000 people sold out, and I told the agent, I said, I want to say thank you to these people. I want an opportunity to say thank you for changing my life forever.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for coming here.
Yeah.
And when we have venues that say, well, we need to charge a ticket, I said, whatever you're going to give me, donate to Shriners Hospital for Children, because those kids could really use it. They really could.
Thank you for doing what you do.
No, thank me.
And I know
thank you.
everyone appreciates it.
Thank you, and thank
Well,
all
you're
my
welcome.
amazing fans out there for giving me an audience and giving me a stage, helping give me a voice. Thank you.
Very good. Completely agree. So, what do you listen to in your free time when you're
Everything.
cruising around?
From DMX to Frankie Valli.
You're all across the board.
Oh yeah, I listen to disco. I listen to 80s freestyle. I listen to symphony music. I listen
Nice.
to opera. I listen
Nice.
to old Italian arias.
Yeah.
Doo-wop. I love doo-wop.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
jazz, smooth jazz. I listen to everything.
Everything.
You know what what's beautiful about the type of music that I do, it's called the standards.
Sure.
The reason
Yeah.
I call the standards is because this form of music is the standard for music to come. You know, rock and roll and you know, into soul and hip hop and all that. You know, guys like Chuck Berry were you know, inspired by
Pioneers.
by ladies like Billie Holiday and guys like Frank Sinatra, and guys like that were inspired by Bing Crosby, and guys like that were inspired by Mario Lanza, and guys like that were inspired by, you know, opera singers, and you know, so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And the standards were the standard of popular music, and it helped get that, you know,
Sure.
that whole thing, something for people to dance to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is great. So I listen to everything.
Everything.
I incorporate everything I hear in music
Yeah.
into what I do.
Yeah. So we know you're a big classic car fan. If anyone follows you on Instagram,
Yes.
we know you love your Caddies, you love your Lincolns. Do you have a favorite classic car? Maybe model a year,
That I own.
either that you own or that you love, whatever.
Well, I love my favorite car. One of my favorite cars of all time is a 1960 Cadillac Eldorado Barrett convertible
Beautiful.
with the stainless steel coming down the side and coming up the bottom of the
Yeah.
rocker panel. It's a beautiful car.
Beautiful car.
My favorite classic that I've owned is a 1981 Lincoln Continental
Yeah.
Givenchy edition, which
Nice.
is sitting out front tonight.
Beautiful.
The beauty of the Paramount is I could bring my car, park it right in front, right
that's
under
great.
the marquee.
And no one's gonna mess with it.
And
Because you got Tommy.
People
you got
out there
everyone
taking
here.
pictures with it right now.
Really?
so
Okay. Wow.
That's
Wow. Yeah.
I love that car. It drives like a waterbed. I absolutely love it.
Oh, I
Got my
bet.
sound system in there.
Yeah.
Big sunroof.
Yeah.
I did a Kujin with my foot hanging out the window. The white decks. If you're wondering.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna hit you with a couple quick questions
Yes.
on our way out here. So it's a two-part question: Godfather or Goodfellas? What's your pick? Part one of Godfather or Goodfellas? Or part one or part two of Godfather or Goodfellas? Like one or the
If
other.
I had
and
to
then
choose between part two of Godfather and Goodfellas, I choose Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, okay.
If I had to choose between Goodfellas and The Godfather, part one,
Yeah.
I would invite you in for a movie night and say, don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch both.
Beautiful. Big fan of both, by the way. De Niro or Pacino? Another tough question, but if you had to pick. I know it's never an easy one, but do you have a favorite?
I don't know. De Niro got a little weird on everybody. I still love him.
I love him too.
Oh God, I still love him.
Yeah.
Pacino. See, De Niro as an actor, I'm getting into acting now too. I wanna do something. I wanna do a couple.
We can see you doing that. We hope that works out. Absolutely.
De Niro, there's like 3 shades of De Niro.
Yeah.
There's funny De Niro, there's De Niro medium, and De Niro dark.
Yeah.
You know, like a what is that?
Yeah.
What was that movie? Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now. Yeah. Yeah.
Where he's, yeah,
Yeah.
screaming and everything.
Yeah.
That's like, but that takes some level of actor. And then you have Pacino, who
Yeah.
does, you know, Michael Corleone and that evolution of that character,
Yeah.
changing from a serviceman to a dime.
Yeah.
And then the rise and fall. It was an empire, you know.
Yeah.
It's just that they're incredible actors in their own right.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a tough one, you know, because they're both phenomenal. You know?
Yeah, they're great.
So, you know, I want to end the show as we usually do on this show with, you know, everyone, if they don't know, we want to let them know where they can follow you online, social media.
At Sal the Voice on everything. Sal the Voice.
At Sal the Voice.
On everything.
Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube,
Facebook.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow me around the neighborhood. Sal the Voice.
Beautiful.
Don't follow me around the neighborhood.
And for this show, you can follow us on Facebook, Curtin Cole. We're on there. You can like the page. Please support it. And then Twitter and Instagram, Curtin Cole 87. Really appreciate the support. I want to thank Sal again for being on the show, and it was a real pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine, pal.
You know, and I gotta
Thanks for
say,
coming to this beautiful theater.
thank you.
Paramount.
It's a pleasure. And I gotta say, in honor of Frank, I think the best is yet to come. So,
Your
Really?
mouth to God's ears.
So God bless. It's a real treat.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you got it. Very good.
Thank
So.